The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Monday, November 18, 2024, tease a new day dawning for Carter and Hope, if they play their cards right. The bold and the beautiful spoilers, a daring move. All Carter Walton wants to do is follow Ridge Forrester's orders. He needs to create a new LLC for Forrester Creations and could do it with anyone in charge. Since he drew up the paperwork, he can just sign his name to it, so Hope Logan convinces him to do just that. This feels like Hope's villain era, as she convinces Carter to sign on the dotted line and make Forrester Creations theirs. What she doesn't count on is her mother listening in from outside. When Brooke Logan hears Carter and Hope's plans, she is horrified. This is such a betrayal of Ridge, a man who Hope once thought of as her father. Will Brooke run to Ridge with the truth or try to talk some sense into her vengeful daughter? Hope definitely has a right to be furious with Steffi Forrester Finnegan for how Steffi has treated Hope since finding out she was with Thomas Forrester. Steffi even butt in where she didn't belong and sent Thomas and Douglas Forrester out of Hope's life. But now Hope is taking things much too far. B spoils. Carter Walton tries one more time. Before filing the paperwork, Carter once again begs Ridge and Steffi to reconsider their decision to pull the plug on Hope for the future. He doesn't want to make a rash move despite Hope's prodding. It feels both right and wrong at the same time. However, Steffi refuses to budge. She insults Hope, calls her names, and acts like her usual high and mighty self. Carter is appalled by Steffi's attitude and realizes that Hope might be right after all. Steffi deserves a little bit of her own medicine. Maybe Carter's big move will help knock Steffi down a peg or two. After all, she thinks she can do no wrong, but Steffi is about to learn. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Soap Spectrum. I am Emily here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The bold and the beautiful spoilers weekly update for November 18 to 22 teases that Steffi questions Carter's loyalty while Brooke learns the shocking truth. Tune in next week to catch all of the action in Los Angeles. Weekly recap. Monday, November 11. Episode 9400. Ridge, Steffi, and Katie discuss the fallout from Hope's firing. Tensions rose between Brooke and Taylor when Brooke asked Taylor if she still loved Ridge. Tuesday, November 12. Episode 9401. Will and Electra finally gave in to their undeniable chemistry. Taylor admitted to Brooke that her heart was leading her to Ridge, but that she wasn't trying to win Ridge back. Wednesday, November 13. Episode 9402. Electra worried that the spotlight could bring her darkest secrets crashing back to the surface. Katie gave Will her motherly approval over Electra. A young man looked at photos of Electra in an alarmingly stalkerish way. Thursday, November 14, episode 9403. Deacon and Finn were at odds, clashing over the truth about Hope. Deacon asked Finn to get through to Steffi where Hope was concerned, but Finn wasn't willing to. Steffi and Ridge were puzzled as they tried to understand why Carter was fiercely passionate about keeping Hope in her fashion line at Forrester. They weren't moved by his support of Hope for the future. Friday, November 15, episode 9404. Bill received yet another strange letter from Luna. Furious over her firing, Carter shared his plan for revenge with Hope. Next week's breakdown. Monday, November 18, episode 9405. Will and Electra share a passionate moment. The actions of the Forresters solidify Carter and Hope's jump to action. Ridge visits Finn for answers. Tuesday, November 19, episode 9406. Steffi is conflicted when Ridge looks for a resolution with the Logans. Hope convinces Carter that they are doing the right thing. Finn does not back down to Brooke. Wednesday, November 20, episode 9407. Still unable to undo Hope's firing, Carter makes a convincing case to Ridge. Thursday, November 21, episode 9408. Ridge feels Carter is indispensable, but Steffi questions his loyalty to the Forresters. Brooke learns a shocking truth. Friday, November 22, episode 9409. Remy spies on Will and Electra before surprising her with his presence. On the Monday, November 18 episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers tease that Carter and Hope waste no time moving forward with their revenge plot against the Forresters. A bit haunted by Hope's firing, Ridge visits Finn for answers. Meanwhile, Will and Electra keep growing closer and share a moment of passion. It's a day filled with romance and revenge that you certainly want to catch. Previously on B&B. The more Carter fought to be heard by Steffi and Ridge, the more they disregarded him. Now, the time to talk is over. Carter devised a plan to exact revenge against the Forresters for firing Hope and ignoring his business plan. Hope and Carter will be pushed around and discarded no more. Ridge has nagging doubts about Steffi's decision to fire Hope, so he pays his son-in-law, Finn, a visit. Ridge has questions about what actually happened the day Hope fell on top of him. Will Finn reveal anything that could make Ridge change his mind? Carter cooled down and approached Steffi and Ridge again with his plans for the company. He argued passionately for his vision of Forrester Creations growing bigger into the future. Carter also lobbied to bring back Hope and keep her line, Hope for the Future. He was strong but diplomatic and avoided getting confrontational. Unfortunately, Steffi still cut him off without much consideration. By this point, nothing Carter could say would change her and Ridge's minds. Even worse, Ridge diminished Carter. He told him what his job was, to focus on legal matters and a big stack of paperwork, and leave company direction to him and Steffi. Coming up, the actions of the Forresters solidify Carter and Hope's jump to action. Ridge visits Finn for answers. Will and Electra share a passionate moment. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Monday, November 18, 2024 are here. In the next episode, fans can expect Ridge Forrester to question John Finn Finnegan. Coming up on The Bold and the Beautiful, the Forresters' actions solidify Carter Walton and Hope Logan's plan. Also, Will Spencer and Electra Forrester share a passionate moment. Keep reading to find out what is coming up in the next episode of the CBS soap opera. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Electra Forrester's romance. B&B spoilers for Monday, November 18 reveal that Electra has just moved to Los Angeles, but things are already looking up for her. Don't know what Electra left behind, but it seems to terrify her. Electra is thankful for the opportunity at Forrester Creations, especially since Ivy Forrester has promised to protect Electra. In addition to the career opportunity at Forrester Creations, Electra has a blossoming romance with Will. B&B spoilers, Will Spencer smitten. Will can't stop thinking about Electra. Will seems to have fallen pretty hard for Electra. Of course, Electra feels the same way. However, Electra's past will become a problem. Unknown to Will and Electra, stalker Remy Price is on his way to Los Angeles. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Carter Walton's crime, in progress. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Monday, November 18 reveal that Carter has come up with an idea of how to change things at Forrester Creations. Carter has tax documents that must be filed. Ridge has been getting onto Carter about getting these documents filed. Carter explained to Hope that the documents dictate who is in charge of what at Forrester Creations. Carter already put his name on the document as being in charge of the whole company. I'm not sure if this is a crime, but it seems like it would be. B&B spoilers, Monday, November 18, 2024. On Monday, November 18, fans can also expect Ridge to pay a visit to Finn. Ridge will want answers, but also wants a resolution to the Hope issue. Finn insisted to Deacon Sharp that Hope needs professional help. So, what kind of resolution will Ridge come to? And will Steffi agree before Carter files those tax documents? Could Carter and Hope end up in a lot of legal hot water over their decision? Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Monday, November 18, 2024? What are your predictions for Ridge, Finn, Eric, Steffi, and Carter? What does the future hold for Hope, Ivy, Electra, Will, and the rest of the characters? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Monday, November 18, reveal that Ridge Forrester will decide to pay John Finn Finnegan a visit and get his side of the story. It sounds like Ridge will want to hear exactly how the lingerie incident went down from Finn's perspective. Finn is convinced that Hope Logan threw herself at him on purpose and fully supports Steffi Forrester's decision to fire her. However, Ridge might push Finn to admit there's a possibility Hope's telling the truth. Of course, Finn didn't back down with Deacon Sharp, and presumably won't back down with Ridge either. Although Ridge will start hoping for a path to peace between the Forresters and Logans, Finn may want no part of it. Finn's only loyalty is to Steffi, so he'll continue to support her firing choice wholeheartedly. Ridge can make some updates to his perspective if he wants, but Finn may make a prediction about the Steffi backlash that could bring. Next on Monday's B&B episode, Hope and Carter Walton will become increasingly convinced that this new plot with the LLC is the right path forward. It's a drastic move to launch this takeover plan, but Carter and Hope will feel the Forresters have left them no choice. Even so, Carter will ultimately decide to give Steffi and Ridge one final chance to stop this. Since Carter's about to set in motion some earth-shattering changes at Forrester Creations, he'll be willing to back off if Ridge and Steffi relent about Hope and her line. Unfortunately, Steffi has no intention of reinstating Hope, or even letting her back in the building for that matter. It's clear that any last-ditch effort to prevent this Forrester coup is going to fail, so Steffi may unknowingly seal the deal on Carter's scheme soon. Finally, Will Spencer and Electra Forrester will get swept up in another sizzling moment together. Although Electra will continue to worry about her past catching up with her, she'll try to enjoy what she's building with Will anyway. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Electra's stalker will create plenty of issues in the coming episodes, so stay tuned for all the terrible news that Remy Price will cause. The bold and the beautiful spoilers preview video for the week of November 18 to 22 reveals that Remy Price will have some spying to do once he shows up in Los Angeles. Remy will secretly watch Electra Forrester with Will Spencer before he surprises Electra with his arrival. However, B&B's promo shows Electra looking relaxed and even pleased over Remy's sudden appearance. Electra is all smiles in the clip as she asks why Remy is in LA and learns he's there to see her. Of course, Electra has been terrified about her past catching up with her and fears he will find her. It's possible Remy cozied up to Electra as a friend in real life while stalking her anonymously online and harassing her. Then again, there's a chance that the preview is a bit misleading. It could be a situation where Remy fantasizes about how this conversation will go and imagines a wonderful reunion. There could be a much different outcome when Remy actually comes face to face with Electra, so that's an option to keep in mind. Over with Brooke Logan, she'll suspect there's something Hope Logan isn't telling her about Carter Walton, but Hope will obviously be cagey about their plans. Carter plans to use the new LLC to take over Forrester Creations and suggested to Hope that they could run it together. However, Carter will apparently give Ridge Forrester and Steffi Forrester one last chance to save themselves. Although Carter will once again push Steffi and Ridge to reinstate Hope and her line, they won't budge in the end. Steffi will call Hope a bitch and could potentially threaten to fire Carter too if this keeps up. Carter will return to Hope with updates and wonder if they should go through with this. They have the chance to turn Forrester upside down with a takeover, so Hope will suggest Carter has a choice to make. Outside the cabin, Brooke will gasp in horror as she eavesdrops on this huge news. Once Brooke becomes privy to Carter and Hope's takeover plot, will she warn Ridge or keep her mouth shut so they can pull it off instead? The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Brooke will have a difficult decision to make, so stick with us for more predictions on her next move. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Brooke Logan will have to figure out her next move after overhearing something not meant for her ears. B&B fans can expect a tough dilemma that Brooke didn't see coming at all. Outside the cabin during the week of November 18 to 22, Brooke will listen in on Hope Logan's conversation with Carter Walton and learn what they've cooked up. Carter has found a way to score control of Forrester Creations through the LLC paperwork that Ridge Forrester ordered. Since Ridge and Steffi Forrester trust Carter to handle stuff like this, they don't look over the details and typically just sign whatever paperwork they've given. That gives Carter an advantage since Steffi and Ridge could sign off on him running Forrester Creations without even realizing it. Carter has assured Hope that they can run the company together, so she's part of his vision too. Of course, Carter and Hope may not realize the level of chaos they're about to unleash. Ridge and Steffi are going to be more furious than they've ever been if Hope and Carter pull this off. This is some next-level trickery from a COO that Steffi and Ridge previously trusted, so they're sure to hit the roof. Brooke will have a chance to stop what Carter and Hope are setting in motion once she eavesdrops, but will she actually do it? Part of Brooke may be tempted to alert Ridge to Carter's sneakiness, but another part of her will want to right Steffi's wrong against Hope. This is a way to get Hope reinstated at Forrester Creations, so Hope may beg Brooke to keep her mouth shut. Ridge previously acknowledged that they were always going to be loyal to their daughters, so that could have been a hint about Brooke ultimately choosing loyalty to Hope over Ridge. After all, that's what Ridge has been doing lately with Steffi by supporting her decision to fire Hope. Brooke feels betrayed, but now it may be her turn to betray Ridge on a much grander scale. If Ridge and Steffi lose control of the company because Brooke kept her mouth shut, our predictions point to much more trouble. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Brooke could lose Ridge if he gets updates on a betrayal like this, so stay tuned for any marriage-ending news ahead. The Logan Forrester fashion war first ignited in the 80s on the bold and the beautiful. It hasn't settled down since, and it doesn't look like it will. Bad blood cuts deep, especially when your father is the reason for the feud. The Logans could settle it by starting their own fashion house. It's happened before with Logan Fashions. This time, they could take Hope for the future with them, leaving FC high and dry. Hope for the future is done. This would be a good time for the Logans to leave Forrester Creations for their own fashion house. They can take Zend, RJ, and Eric with them. They're going to need a solid team of designers to back them. After all, the Logan women aren't trained like the Forresters. They're going to need all the help they can get. They could also use Carter's visions to get them started. He was passionate about taking Forrester Creations to the next level, but Steffi and Ridge weren't willing to budge. Since Hope lost her job, the Logans could finally move on. After all, Brooke could find herself on the chopping block next. Is Hope Logan Designs in the works? Carter hasn't gotten the respect he deserves. His visions to expand FC were shot down. Hope and Carter could team up to start their own luxury fashion brand. Bill could fund it. Certainly, Katie would follow her sisters. But where would that leave Will? He's enjoying his time at FC, especially now that he's involved with Electra. He could be the one who ends up in the middle of this fashion war. The B&B spoilers suggest that Carter has a plan. He could find a way to break free from Forrester Creations, so they could start their own fashion house. They already have the support they need. They just need the money to do it. They could stick it to Steffi and Ridge, both of whom want to focus on the Forrester aspect of their brand. What are your thoughts? Do you think the Logans should strike out on their own? Let us know in the comment section. The bold and the beautiful spoilers spill that our favorite LA baddie, Sheila Carter, is back to her scheming best, and this time, she might be penning a new chapter in her motherhood journey. The character embraced by Kimberly Brown has tried to mend the fences with her son Finn. That led to nowhere and made Sheila desperate for a real connection. Will she form one this time around? Find out. Is there a secret son on B&B? The bold and the beautiful spoilers confirmed that Finn's loyalty to his wife, Steffi, always stood between him and Sheila. Sadly, Sheila could never win over her dear son. However, history shows that a little rejection has never stopped Sheila from doing something. And let's not forget how dedicated of a mama she is. Currently, Sheila's kids give her the cold shoulder, and Finn is almost ghosting her. Consequently, her heart seeks a family connection that will content her life. So who could it be? We'd like to point out that it can't be a mere coincidence that Remy enters right at the perfect moment. What if he turns out to be Sheila's yet another long-lost child? It's not like B&B hasn't rewritten the past before. Remember how Bill Spencer almost got the paternity of Luna Nozawa? This sort of soap opera magic could easily expand Sheila's family tree. So, Remy Price is heading to Los Angeles with some serious baggage. Yep, he's no less than a stalker obsessed with Electra Forrester. The writer might throw a curveball and make Sheila his biological mom. If Sheila's DNA runs through his veins, it will explain why they match each other's freak. Meanwhile, Sheila will get the connection she's been craving. It'd be nice for her to have someone who doesn't push her away, but loves her chaotic side. Furthermore, Sheila will meddle in Remy's love life like crazy if he happens to fall for a Forrester. The woman might also help Remy to brew a revenge scheme if his romantic dreams fall apart. But what if they're not biologically connected? In that case, Sheila could still be Remy's surrogate mom, taking him under her wing. They can be a sweet mother-son duo or a menacing one. With Sheila's knack for stirring the pot, we can't wait to see how this plays out. Whatever happens, Remy's going after Electra will serve up all the twists, turns, and drama we love. How do you feel about Sheila discovering a family in Remy? Do you approve of it? The bold and the beautiful spoilers and updates tease Electra Forrester is feeling increasingly anxious about the upcoming press release that will showcase her name and image prominently. Her apprehension is bound to escalate even further as the grand relaunch of the jewelry line approaches, an event that will place her directly in the limelight. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Electra Forrester doesn't want to draw her stalker's attention. Ivy Forrester holds the title of lead designer, but Steffi Forrester and Ridge Forrester are keen to acknowledge Electra's vital role. However, they remain oblivious to the dire circumstances Electra is facing, and Electra isn't being forthcoming about the fact she has a stalker who has terrorized her in the past. She is in a state of sheer panic, fearing that her stalker, Remy Price, Christian Weissman, might discover her whereabouts. With Remy having accessed all the information available online, he is undoubtedly heading to LA, potentially just in time for the relaunch event. Will he turn into an unwelcome guest, lurking in the shadows and keeping a close watch on Electra? B&B spoilers. Remy could disguise himself. It's quite vivid to picture Remy slipping into the role of a waiter or something similar just to catch a sight of his infatuation. Meanwhile, Electra may gradually let her defenses drop, savoring the attention just as Ridge hinted. This might be the tranquil moment before the Remy tempest hits, destined to create a significant stir. After the event wraps up successfully, perhaps Remy will seize the opportunity to confront Electra backstage, laying his heart on the line with a heartfelt plea for their future together. Although Electra has likely turned him down numerous times, it seems he is determined to press on, refusing to accept rejection. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Scary times ahead. Remy could physically prevent Electra from leaving or even seize her arm, depending on how B&B chooses to portray the scene. Spoilers indicate that Electra is in for some frightening experiences. If Will Spencer witnesses this tense moment, he might rush in to defend Electra and could even throw a punch at Remy if necessary. This confrontation could ignite significant tension between Remy and Will. We might witness Will forcefully eject Remy from the premises, but it's clear that Remy won't give up on pursuing Electra. Our forecasts suggest that Remy will resort to some truly unsettling actions in his quest for a woman who doesn't share his feelings.